following video contains spoilers from Light of the Jedi, so if you haven't read it yet, I recommend coming back to this video after having done so. If, however, you don't care about spoilers, then feel free to keep watching. Light of the Jedi by Charles Soule added a lot of great characters and moments to the Star Wars universe, and from it spawned a theory in my head revolving around Marchion Ro and Loden Greatstorm. I want to discuss this theory with you all and see what you think. As a disclaimer, this is just a theory, and I don't expect it to come true in later books, but it would be cool. This theory revolves around Loden Greatstorm, the Twi'lek Jedi and master to Bel Zettifur. Towards the end of the book, he ends up getting captured by the Nihil and is slowly tortured by Marchion Ro. My theory is that the time spent with the Nihil is what will turn him to the dark side and eventually into a Sith Lord. I know it doesn't make any sense right now, but let me read a small passage from Light of the Jedi and then I'll give my reasoning. The Twi'lek moved quickly, lifting a hand with 2 fingers extended and speaking a single sentence. "You will release us all," he said. Marchion felt the pressure of the Jedi's intention washing across his mind. He wanted to do what the Twi'lek asked. Why wouldn't he? Because he was Marchion Ro. He smiled. "It's not going to happen, Jedi," he said. "My family knew all about you people. They told me what you could do and how to resist it." He gestured vaguely toward the other cells. "They're not getting out either. If they die, I'll just bring in more. Their job is to fill this entire deck with pain and anger and fear. Makes it hard for you to think, doesn't it? Hard for you to call on the Force." He leaned back against a nearby wall and crossed his arms. "My grandmother told me how to do it. She learned from hers. You don't imprison Jedi behind bars. You do it with pain. I never had a chance to try it, but it seems like it works well enough." Now from this, my theory spawned like so. If he's continuously left imprisoned by this method, having to listen to others suffering, the pain could slowly cause him to move away from the light side of the Force and slowly start working his way towards the Sith. And then it came to me. What if Loden Greatstorm ends up becoming the unnamed Twi'lek master to Darth Tenebrous from the Legends book Darth Plagueis? Yes, the book is no longer canon, but it wouldn't surprise me if they decided to bring more Legends characters back into canon. When you think about it, he's in the right point in the timeline, around 200 years before the Phantom Menace. So this could be around the time when the next Sith Lord comes into play, finds Loden Greatstorm, and takes him as their apprentice, and from there slowly begins to start the line down from Loden to Tenebrous to Plagueis and then finally to Sidious. I know the Nihil are the main villain right now in the High Republic, and they're fantastic characters, but eventually we will start getting that backstory on the Sith, especially as we start to get closer to the release of the new Disney Plus series, The Acolyte, which is going to be focusing on the re-emergence of the Sith about 50 years before the Phantom Menace. But what are your thoughts on this? I know it's not a lot to go off of, but I thought it was a fun little theory that kept me wondering as I finished the end of Light of the Jedi. Do you think this is a plausible theory that could come true? And if so, what could the repercussions be revolving his apprentice Bel and the rest of the Jedi Order? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.